It's time for the big show. Prime Icon Tiers. Run the intro. Beautiful people, what's happening? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Right off the rip, before we get started, you see the tiers. Not these type. What icons are in your club? Whether you packed them, you bought them, you did an SBC. In some way, shape, or form, they have made their way into your club. I didn't even say starting 11. If you like the tiers videos and you want more of them, make sure to drop some love and appreciation. I got 105 players, so we got to get into this ASAP. Endgame, God tier, top tier, mid tier, discard. You get the idea. I'd like to say there's not going to be a lot of discard, but I might be lying. Baggio, I like him. I don't love him. I'm not sure if I'm going to have him in the top tier either. There will be some fluctuation at the end. Don't go anywhere. And if you feel... Actually, second question. What icons do we need to see? I'm going to give you a few names. You can put this on the big screen. Just suggestions. Berbatov, Francesco Totti, Xavi Alonso, Wesley Sneijder, Brazilian goalkeeper Dida, another Brazilian Lucio. What about my icon? Wingback 101. The glasses, the goggles, Edgar Davids. Baggio, I'm going to leave him in the top, but he might be a mid tier. In fact, I'm moving him to the mid. I'm sorry. Michael Ballack into the top situation. I saw him play international, Germany versus Serbia. Great experience. Baresi, I want him in the mid. Could be a discard. I'm going to throw Barnes into the mid as well, and I like him. In fact, I'm giving him a stretch, an early stretch. Yoga edition here. Put him into the top. Beckham into the mid. Very much so a specialist, but I like him. I appreciate him. I respect him. Birdcamp, I just struggle not to have him. Maybe above and beyond. I have him on a pedestal. Georgie Best, God tier, all day, every day. And some icons, I told you, they're going to move between their version. Endgame means exactly what you think it means. God tier is also super official, and then from there it trickles down. You needed this to be defined. Blanc, ugh, I'd love to have him higher. He's just not as fast, and we need more speed. Some of you might even move Blanc to the mids. Butragueno, hell yes. Vamos, the man's an instructor. Madrid, these are facts. Truthful statements. Cafu, first endgame player I've been impressed, and that would be an understatement this year. New icon, and he is a lockup, a shutdown. Demonstrates and dominates. Sol Campbell, I don't like him. I just don't. Mid-tier. I think it'd be wrong to put him in the discard, but I personally, he's not for me. Cannavaro normally would be God tier, not this year. Into the tops, top heavy. Cantona, endgame baby, love him. Does everything well pretty much. Has the speed, has the skills, the intricacies, the details, the physical nature, the passing, complete, top to bottom. El Capita. If I'm putting Cafu up there, he's got to be there as well. Though I might lean on Cafu a little bit between the two of them. Just my disclaimer. Roberto Carlos normally would be a God tier, but I'm kind of reaching. This year in particular, I feel that he's been better. He's been a little bit more impactful. I'm having trouble beating him. He's back and forth. He's facilitating. I might move him up. That's what's on my mind right now. I'm giving you my internal thoughts. Technically, all thoughts would be internal until you express them. Casillas, it doesn't fit the game, man. I need these tiers to get smaller, by the way. We have a lot more players. I feel like they're missized. Petr Cech, I'm going to put him into the top position. End of the day, goalkeepers, so subjective. Ashley Cole, should he be top? God. It might be a little bit of a reach. I don't know if I'm happy with this, but all-time greatest left back Premier League, no doubt. Crespo, I want him to be into the God tier, just not there. Cruyff, endgame, every day of the week. The Dutchman, the Cruyff turn mastermind. Kenny Dalglish, I kind of want him in the top. This is just not his year for me. Personal preference. Deco, first discard. You see it, I see it, we see it. Is what it is. Del Piero, big downgrade. I just can't maximize this version. I still think he's still got to be in the top, but I'm not going to front for the camera. I still prefer the baby to the prime. Desai, physical, got good pace, good strength. Actually, I'm going to bump him just slightly to the God. It might be a reach, though, because we're just getting better center backs. When we're looking at promo players, these guys are becoming obsolete. Didier, Drogba, top tier all day, every day. Essien, big improvements compared to his previous items. He could dominate a midfield. That guy has a lot of presence. Samuel Eto'o. I don't like going up against him at all. That guy is a walking problem. Could he move down a slot? Possibly. Eusebio is not going to have that situation, that problem, that conclusion, that debate all day. End game. Rio Ferdinand. And this is the situation. If I put Ferdinand here, or if I put Desai here, I have to have Ferdinand and vice versa. Even though it's just not their best year. Can't be. I've just realized this is going to have to be adjusted for the tiers. We're losing too much to the right. Hold on. Our tiers have been shrunk down. Garincha. Oh, I love him. Oof. I think he has to be here. He's at that end game level. I mean, these are the prime icons. Gattuso. Middies, and I'm being generous. Gerrard. Middies. I don't know if I'm being generous, but middies. Giggs just doesn't do it for me, man. Might feel disrespectful, but it is what it is. Pep Guardiola. Very similar to Gattuso. Can I really legitimately put him here? I don't think so. I gotta move him up. Ruud Gullit, still the Gullit show. Not the same player he once was, just because we have more variety than ever before. That's the reality. Haji, I like him. Do I like him more than the mids? Maybe slightly. We're going in the top for now. Thierry Henry, I'm still giving him the God tier. This is the best version we're gonna see. I'm just disappointed for his own personal legacy, what he's accomplished. I'm not feeling the rating allocation. I might move Ferdinand and Desai. They're still on my mental at the moment. Hernandez, top tier, a little too one-dimensional for my own personal preference, so that's where I'll leave that. Hierro, I still prefer the baby version compared to the upgraded versions. It's a little bit quicker. Inzaghi, if you get him, RIP to your pack luck or your player pick, anything. Kaká with a big upgrade. Still not gonna get him out of being in the God. I don't think he's quite endgame. I think he has to be one tier lower. Roy Keane. This is what I'm saying. Keane could easily be in a discard tier. But if I'm going to put the likes of the Pep Guardiolas, the Gattusos here, Miroslav, sorry, brother. I salute you. All-time great, no doubt. Kluivert into the top tier. We have our first second row. That's going to be a common theme. Coleman, I'm going to go middies. It's too bad because he has so many stat lines that are kind of unusual for a center back. But it's just not fast enough now. That's the reality. Philip Lahm, he's not my style of fullback. I like a little more physical, and I get it if you want to make an argument towards Ashley Cole. Roberto Carlos is in the right place, maybe even trending upward. I'm not sold on that trajectory. Remember, end of the video, final placements. Lampard, if I'm gonna give Gerrard the mid, Lampard has to get the mid. Larson, I just don't like him. Don't really rate him. Discard. Laudrup. The Dane is joining him. At least we don't have two Laudrups now. Lineker. Middies, but he might be a surprise for you. I've had some good experiences with Lineker. I've got a lot of respect for Litmanen. Maybe this is more past bias than it is present time. I understand if you move Litmanen down to discard, but that's where I'm putting him for the moment. Luis Figo, every stat you could ask for, but in game there's always something missing. I will keep that on repeat. I will rinse, wash, scrub, a dub. That's the facts for me. Makalele, I like him a lot, but I think at this point of the game we're too one-dimensional. So he's kind of on the cusp. Mid-tier, not quite top, but he could sit right here on the line. Maldini, let's go. Maybe the only center back that's a sure thing. Still an absolute phenom. Greatest center back of all time, yay or nay? Maradona, doesn't feel proper to not have him at an end game. I mean, we just have so many stats and the explosiveness, the side to side, the wiggle, the work. It is what it is. Lothar's the same for me. Lothar's even above the God. If you've used them, I think you'll agree with me. If you haven't, then you maybe will disagree at that point. And I'm okay with that. I see that he's halfway cut off. We're talking about Madhouse over here. Bobby Moore, mids. Nakata, no. We're not heading to Japan today. I've never been to Japan, on a side note, but I'd like to go. Nedved, I prefer the baby. I need that extra kicker, that extra pace. Some of you have Nedved in the mids, but I feel like that's a disrespect. Nesta, I don't like him. I think he's terrible. In FIFA, of course. I get smoked. Every version of his foot item, I get absolutely smoked. Just blown by. The chat's saying one more resize for the screen. Say less. There's a lot of players on screen. 105 players on screen. JJ, get into the top. Is he fast enough? I'm just going to throw a little extra sauce for the step overs. We'll put him into the top. Overmars, I really enjoy. I think he's another underrated icon into the top tier as well. Even though he did just have a serious controversy, I think. We're just talking about FIFA. I don't know any of the details. I'll just leave that here. Michael Owen, Still feels like a mid-tier. Not even going to make it quite into the top. Pele, one of the best players in the game. Good luck with that price tag. Petit, top tier. This year was not his year. Pirlo is going into the mid-tier. It's the best version of Pirlo, though, so if you wanted to move him around, I understand. Pires out wide. Another mid component. Puskas. Ooh. Even with the limitation, I still think he's got to be there, as he created enough separation with the competition. For right now, I'm going to have him there. I've still got some feelings towards Butragueno moving up, and then a couple of these center backs moving down. I'm just going to keep that as a constant. Puyol! Love him. Absolutely love him. Can't use him in FIFA. Everything you could ask for from a leader, hard worker, you name it, man. Special. Raul is top tier? Raul's on this cusp again too, man. I think you could make a case for Raul being in that God tier. I might just YOLO this. I'm just going to throw him up there. I'm just going to throw him up there. It is what it is. It's been done. Right card, holding mid. Here you go. Lock up. Not giving you any movement. Riquelme, always a discard. I'm sorry, my brother. Rivaldo, I could have him even in the mids instead of the top. I always struggle to use him. I feel more predictable. His height takes away from some of the benefits of the Brazilian flair. I'm going to leave him there for now. Dino. Name someone more influential. I doubt you can. Football? Come on. R9, back-to-back Brazilians. We love that. This is probably where I would have the best striker in the game with R9. Price tag also supports that statement. Some people still prefer the likes of a Pele. You always see the frequent customers with Cruyff, Eusebio. Even Cantona started to be in that rotation a little bit more. Correction! Overmars has been removed from the game, so we're going to remove him from our list. He's out. I didn't know. Rooney! I don't know if I can give him the God. Definitely, he's another guy right here, man. So Rooney's better than a lot of the top tier, but I'm not sure that he's better than a lot of the God tier. I still think I'm going to move him up. I'm still going to slide him in there. I'm giving him a Raul. I'm feeling generous today. All right? Rui Costa, I wish he was better. I really like Rui Costa. We've had a lot of good experiences together. I just think FIFA's maybe surpassed him a little bit with how valuable he once was. We have too many players that are now at the same level. I'm still going to put him into the top, though. It's been done. Ian Rush is moving down, though. I just don't like Ian Rush that much. I don't know what it is. It's not there. I'm not getting that extra oomph. Schmeichel, top tier, but for some of you who'll be higher, goalkeepers are goalkeepers. Paul Scholes, wow. I don't want to put him. I just don't want to put him into the discard, so there he is. I don't want to put him there. Schweinsteiger, you're going to join Scholesy. The Doctor with Socrates, such a weird player. He's very unique. People always ask where to play him, and you can get away with playing him as a center mid. Sometimes you play him up top, maybe a false 9 role. He's got a big body type. Seedorf, not my favorite version of Seedorf, but I'll still put him into the top. I think he's got enough stats to really make a claim there. But if you wanted to move him down to the mid, I understand. Alan Shearer, I can't believe I have to do this. Come on, he's not usable. Into the discard we go. Don't get mad at me. I'm the messenger. I didn't create the game. I didn't detail the players. I didn't vote on the player ratings. None of the above. Shevchenko. Still one of those one-way strikers. Reminds me a lot of Hernandez. Hugo Sanchez. This will get him into the top, but definitely doesn't deserve to be higher. That card, that foot item is misleading. Because you see the stats and you say, surely he's going to perform a little bit better. His output, still a question mark. Stoichkov, I love. I think Stoichkov could make an argument, a real strong case, even for being in that end game. Put some respect on his name. Torres, El Nino. Also going to go straight into the God tier. No debate. Trezeguet, you never see him used for a reason. Sorry, Trezeguet. You used to get rotations. Not these days. Schuker. I personally got a lot of love for him. High key appreciation. Top tier. Maybe there is some Everton bias for Rooney. We throw him into the Goddies. God situation. Van Basten is a no-go. Van der Sar would probably be my icon of choice to go above the top tier. Put him into the God. But I feel comfy with goalkeepers being mostly top. A little foreshadowing here. I've already got Casillas in the mid, but we know why. Van Nistelrooy, no-go. Robin Van Persie, new to FIFA. Bergkamp-esque. The left-footed Bergkamp, maybe we should say. Varane, never used, but still into the middies. Vidic, I rate Vidic. This is tough for me because I'd like Vidic to be in the God, but the pace is a situation. I don't even know if Ferdinand or Desai are actually fast enough. Straight up, not straight down. I'm not sure they're quick enough to play at a God tier level, especially as this game goes on and progresses. Vieira, let's go up to the top. No debate there. The Frenchman's a lockup, man. Locked down. Shut down. Confrontational. Vieri. Suspect. Ian Wright put out a viral clip that went on his IG. Mid-tier we go. Xavi, I really enjoy. I rate him. In fact, he outperformed some of his stats. I think I'm going to give him the nod. This might be a little bit of an overstep, but I'm giving him the nod. Put him into the top. I like him a lot. Yashin with the hat. Here we go. Zimbrata. Zimbrata's nice with it. God tier, baby. I like all the versions of Zimbrata as well. Zanetti kind of under-delivers. Put him into the mids. Zidane, only one place. Endgame 96 overall, and it's Zidane. Come on. Feisty in the midfield. And last but not least, we have Zola. I rate Zola this year. I also enjoy all of his foot items. Still gonna leave him in the top. So let's review. Do we need to make some moves? Discard tier. A lot of these guys just don't fit meta at all. It's not meant to be disrespectful, but no one is yelling at me that they gotta go up. They gotta move. Gibbs could say, Mike, I got some pace. I could do some passing, but he's got no skills and no weak foot. I don't like that one-dimensional action. It's not for me. Mids. I think I'm going to move Baggio up, the Italian-Brazilian, just because I've actually given him a lot of minutes over the years. He's just such a unique player that I don't think the world of FIFA will have him as a top tier player. But the specialists or the elitists or the guys that understand, truly understand, might move him up to the top tier. I don't like Sol Campbell, but I understand if you want him higher. I just don't personally like him, and this is still my list. Gattuso, Gerrard, Pep, Roy Keane, Lampard, all share similar characteristics. So if one goes, they all go kind of in that same area. I could see an argument for Rivaldo to move up. 90 plus shooting, 90 plus dribbling, high passing, high pace. I'm going to give him the nod. Late game decision, buzzer beater. I've done videos for mids and babies. Moving into the top tier. Some of y'all might have Barnes on a rotational downward. Most of this feels right on my first glimpse, or the revisit. This feels okay. I'm pretty cool with it. Van der Sar is probably better for me than being top tier, but I just don't want to go crazy with goalkeepers because I know the personal preference and how goalkeepers can just completely mistreat you and you can't get over it. God tier. Best is here. I don't see endgame. I love Butragueno. Butragueno makes a strong argument. He needs the skills. I'm actually going to bump Roberto Carlos to endgame. I've been so impressed this year, especially with his physicality. Not only the interceptions, the chase back, the breaking up of plays. Has King Kenny done enough to stay here? Has Desai done enough to stay here? Because Desai doesn't have the passing, doesn't have the dribbling. Same with Ferdinand, very similar items. The situation is 1 month from now, 2 months from now, I'm not sure that they're here. They're going to have that slippery slope and they're not skiing. Not well, at least. I'm still comfy with this. Sitting kind of cozy. You're letting me know in the comment section. And then endgame tier, I really don't want to adjust. I'm taking one quick view. But these guys are the premium on premium. Cream of the crop. Electric. Which tells me I should leave off here. If you packed any of the endgame or the God tier, congratulations. You better like the video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And on that note, we're wrapping up. No Christmas wallpaper or present providing. And as per usual, we will have a lot more content coming out ASAP.